Paddy Power, sponsors of the Road to Cheltenham.
Day 2 of the Cheltenham Festival 2025 is over, and once again, what an amazing, amazing day it has been. Full of drama, full of stories, full of brilliance, and it feels like Michael O'Sullivan has been with us all day today, because both horses that he rode to victory here 2 years ago have won here today, Marine Nationale and Jazzy Matty. It's extraordinary, the stories that Cheltenham Festival writes.
Ironic is the wrong word. I don't know what the word is, but it is incredible to think 2 years on, everything that could happen, and for the same two horses to go and win. Yeah, it is. I don't even know what the word is for it. I don't know how to verbalise it.
No, you just feel like there were two jockeys riding each of those horses. Let's start with Marine Nationale. Sean Flanagan on board, a hugely significant success for him, and of course for Barry Connell. This is the race, the champion chase. He has always, more than anything, wanted to win.
And they've done a great job with him, Barry and his team. They brought him from the Popular Square in Naas. Like, he was basically a second season novice, and they've progressed with him all the way through the year. He was a little unlucky in Leopardstown the last day. If he jumped third last, he may well have beaten Solness, but he stepped forward today and never missed a beat. Jumped brilliantly, attacked the second last when he had 10. Look, he was going to win anyway when Calixius tipped up. Yeah.
You think?
I thought he'd have won, definitely.
Sean Flanagan thought so too.
I thought he definitely would have won. I did think he'd have won. But it was a really good performance from him, and he galloped all the way to the line. Jonbon did incredibly well to even get to finish second.
Well, let's talk about that. Nico de Boinville saying afterwards that it all went wrong right from the start, with those was trying to get things sorted down at the start. He was on the back foot immediately when the tape came and sort of agitated him.
And Nico put him right too close to the tape, and when the tape opened, he ducked back from it. But horses do that, and it was a standing start for everybody. But he was on the back foot from the start. He never got into a rhythm, and then luckily Nico was chasing him and wanted a big one at the fifth last, and it was too big for Jonbon because he said no.
Yeah, and can we keep making the excuses about Cheltenham for Jonbon?
I tried to make a strong case today that he wasn't as good a horse before he came here, but look, the proof is always in the eating, isn't it? Yeah. He has underperformed now with 3 Cheltenham festivals.
Yeah, he certainly has. Let's talk about Jazzy Matty, because Keane Collins, a first ever festival winner for him, used to ride for Gordon Elliott, and Danny Gilligan, a winner, second Cheltenham Festival winner for him, and it's been a difficult week so far for the Elliott team, but Jazzy Matty was brilliant right at every moment.
He was, yeah, very good, and Danny Gilligan is a talented young man, so too is Keane Collins, and wonderful, like your spread we had yesterday with different trainers having winners. Good to see it again this afternoon, and big day for Keane Collins.
Yes.
And delighted for him and for Danny Gilligan, who is a shining star of the future.
He really is, and it seemed to me that Keane has learned plenty from Gordon Elliott. For him, he used to ride in his younger days as well. I'm sure this will be the first of many winners. Let me take you back to the opening contest, the Turner's Novices Hurdle. That was class, wasn't it? The 3 class horses coming to the fore. The New Lion, the horse that the Skeltons have made no secret about the fact they think is absolutely brilliant, something else, and they've had some very good horses.
Yeah, it was a great race to watch. Jack Kennedy got in a great position on the yellow clay. Paul was behind him. Harry Skelton kept the two of them in his line, eyesight in front of him. Great riding down the hill. Harry got the run through. Jack went, Paul went over, they closed the door. Harry had courage to sit and wait, drift out gradually, and unleashed him at the last, and the horse was brave. You talk about inches, Statement was an inch too low yesterday.
Yes.
I mean, the New Lion, an inch is all he had, but you roll the dice, and great race to watch. 3 really talented horses.
I agree. Champion hurdler of the future, the New Lion, potentially?
Oh, he could be, yeah. Loads of pace, and yeah, possibly, yeah.
Disappointment with Final Demand, or is this a staying chaser of the future?
He's staying chaser of the future. Of course, disappointed any horse doesn't win, but he ran a really good race, and he'd be a better horse for it.
Ballyburn remains potentially a top-class staying chaser of the future, but unfortunately he left his lines here today, pulling far too hard. Instead, it was his stable companion Lecky Watson who won the Brandon Advisory. For Sean O'Keefe, what a significant success for him. His 3rd here at the Cheltenham Festival. He rode Galloping Deschamps to win the Martin Pipe. Entrusted so often by Willie Mullins to ride key horses, and again here today.
Yeah, and he gave him a really good ride. Lecky Watson was an improving horse. different people really like Lecky Watson, and he proved today that he is a really good horse. Was always in the right place though. Slowly run race, Dancing City was in front, there wasn't much pace, and they all quickened together, and he just quickened better than them. He was idle too, wasn't he?
He was.
Backed off the second last, backed off the last, and wasn't doing a tap halfway up the run in, but look, his head was in front where it counts, and delighted for Sean. He puts in a lot of work, and you know, he's a proof that hard work does work.
Absolutely.
Or does pay even.
Absolutely. And Ballyburn, a significant success for him, of course. Obviously, he was the owner of Hardy Eustace, who won Birmingham, and then 2 champion hurdles. His first winner here at the Cheltenham Festival since 2005, the second of Hardy Eustace champion hurdles. Ballyburn?
Too keen, then jumped into the ditch, and that was it.
Yeah.
But then again, it was a slowly run race. Those at the back were going to struggle anyway.
But there was another town end in the winners' enclosure later. The third win of the day for Willie Mullins came with Bambino Fever, with Jodie on board.
Brilliant for her, wasn't it?
It was great.
Brilliant. And look, the mare looked really good at the DRF, and she backed it up here this afternoon. I was in the Cabana camp. He was dropped in, so too was Game of Inches, but Bambino Fever came from mid-division, and delighted for Jodie. She's a little star.
She's got so much life in her.
Hasn't she?
Yeah, she's
She's
great.
a character, yeah.
Yeah, she really is.
She
They're
is.
very different, her and Paul, aren't they?
Chalk and cheese. You know, and pinned together by a brilliant older sister. But yeah, she's a star, so she's.
Yeah, you could see how proud Paul was of her in the winners' enclosure afterwards. The middle peg of Willie Mullins' treble, bringing him to 5 for the meeting, was Dewey de Soy in the Coral Cup. Danny Mullins' first winner of the week, his first Cheltenham Festival winner that isn't Flooring Porter. A great thing that a horse that inexperienced was able to win a rough house race like the Coral Cup.
Yeah, and he got a great run through the race. Be aware, this didn't stay. Ballyadam ran his usual great race, and he got a lovely run through. But Jimmy de Soy running off an English handicap mark for an Irish horse. English handicap, gave him that mark last year.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had Stumpstown winning the cross-country for Gavin Cromwell. His team in fine form this week. His first winner, a 5th winner in the race that Keith Donoghue owns.
Magic to watch Keith Donoghue around here, how he goes from inside, gets himself to the inside all the way. Stumpstown wasn't straightforward for him, and he picked himself up. But the other thing I did take from it was Sean Flanagan, like to get it as wrong as he did on Vanillier, and trot out 40 minutes later in the champion chase on Marine Nationale. Like, you know, the past is the past. You've got to be able to go forward. And Sean Flanagan showed that.
He really did. What an amazing day it's been. Join us tomorrow for day 3.
Paddy Power, sponsors of the Road to Cheltenham.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.